Today we're going to be doing part 3, I think it's part 3, on that Kawasaki FH580v. Today we're just going to we're going to pull the flywheel and check for a leak on the oil seal and try to clean up the engine just a little bit, and then we'll get to ordering some parts for it. So if you're interested, stay tuned. We'll get right into it. We're back on this Kawasaki FH580v, and today we're just going to focus on trying to clean up where these heads mount up, clean up the pistons, and we're going to go ahead and pull this flywheel because all this oil that's built up on top. I'm suspecting that maybe we got a bad oil seal on the top of the crank, so we're going to pop off this flywheel. And I'm going to be using my Tecton flip impact drivers that I got from the Lawnmower Detective. I won those on one of his giveaways, and so if you hadn't checked his channel out, go on over there and check it out. He's got a excellent series on Tuesdays called Tools on Tuesdays. So go over there and check him out, the Lawnmower Detective. And always remember, it's donut time. So, if y'all hang on, I'm going to get you set up on the tripod, and we're going to see if we can't get this flywheel off. We got this set up here. This is a flip impact. So, 17 millimeter is what we're going to be using. And see what we can get going. No air pressure. I'm going to turn up the air pressure. Yeah. Alright. My bad, boys. Had to crank up the OAC. Short work of that. Kind of remember what you got here. You got your flywheel bolt, a washer, and this little bracket that holds the screen on. And then the span shroud will come off. Put it all together. Put it back into the box of parts for now. And you're going to need your flywheel nut. Because I don't have a puller for this, we're going to use the old pry mark. Now you could take these coils off if you want to, but if you don't, just try to make sure the magnet's not binding up on them anywhere. Find you a good spot. I'm just going to go right up under there and see if we can't get it. Boom. Alright. Take that back out. Now it lures it. Man, this thing has turned into more work than I wanted to do. Well, it may have fell back down on there. So you may have to. It's heavy sucker too. May have to get something to pry on both sides. It is a heavy duty sucker. And you don't want to lose your flywheel key either. Oh, no. You don't want to get your fingers stuck under there. Ooh. You get something else to pry with. Let's see. Get me another screwdriver here. We'll be careful that stator's under there so you don't want to mess it up. And I am going to have to loosen these coils up, I believe. Yeah, because the flywheel gear is holding on it. So hold on, let me take the coils loose. 10mm. I guess I could just go ahead and do it. I'm going to loosen them up and slide them back, so just hold on. We're going to have to reset them anyway. I didn't think about the ring gears hitting on the coils on this. Some of them you can just take off. Like I said, getting in a hurry, Bobster. And I'm just going to swing that out there. Because after we get this off, I'm just going to put it back on. Anyway. And let it sit there while we're doing the repair. So now this thing ought to come on up. And we'll get the pry bar again. Flywheel off. Heavy. I bet that thing weighs 50 pounds. And there's our culprit. You don't want to lose your, I'm going to leave that key in there because it looks like it's in there pretty good. But let me take you off this and I'll show you a close up. So as you can see, it looks like it's got, that seal's bad. So we're going to replace that seal. We'll blow all this off and clean it up real good and come back and we'll take the seal out. We'll go ahead and take it out. I would like to point out, this is the coil and you can see where all that grease is built up on that. So, I mean, even though we were getting spark on both cylinders, you know, we probably were losing a lot because this is, I mean, that's just grease on there. Watch. Look at the difference when I blow it off. So we probably wouldn't get good, as good a spark as we could anyway. So we got this cleaned up a little bit, and I can see the oil. So we're going to take this out right now. Go ahead and get that out. Go ahead and take this Woodger key out, if I can. Don't lose that one. And there's a couple ways you can do this. You can take you 2 drywall screws and screw in here if you wanted to and pull up on those. This one I just use my little pick with and start prying in here, and I was able to get it to come on up pretty easily. And you want to try not to damage the side of the crankshaft. And there's your seal. Oink, oink, whatever Carol does. And if you look down in here, let me show you. I'll take you off the tripod. Go install the new one. You'll see this little hole right there. So when you're putting the new seal in, you only want to go down so far. You don't want to close that hole up. But no wonder this thing, it just been leaking oil, no telling how long, and just building up with the dirt and debris sticking to the cylinder walls or the cylinder, the coolant fins, and just building up over time, no telling how long, and overheated it, and that's why that valve valve guide moved on this side. And so yeah, there we go. Now I gotta look this up. I may have one of these. I'm gonna go see. If we do, we'll go ahead and put the new one in right now. Alright guys, so to clean this face of this block up, and we're gonna do the cylinder head the same way. We're gonna be reusing one of the cylinder heads. The other one, we're getting a used one. I found one off of eBay for about 90 bucks. So anyway, I use this air attachment with the just a wire brush. Just like so, and so you get the idea. We're gonna do that on both sides. You will get everything all smooth. And I'd go back over before I install it with some carburetor cleaner or brake cleaner. Brake cleaner, usually I use CRC in the green can, and I'll spray on there and wipe it off and get all this grease off. We'll clean that up a little better. And we'll do the same thing on this head. Now like I said, we're gonna reuse this head. Of course it's nasty now, but it'll be cleaned up. And I had to order for this side, for the number 1 cylinder, we had to order a new head for it. So on the next video, hopefully we'll have most of the parts in, and we'll start reassembling this. Probably start by putting the valve seal in first up here, and get the flywheel back on, and then we'll put it all back together. And I'll get you a list of parts together to show you what all I use. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Jungle Bob out.